Jake downloaded 4 different Buy Now Pay Later apps in January, convinced he was finally managing his monthly cash flow intelligently. Sarah saw the same BNPL offers, rejected all of them, used only her debit card, and built $8,000 in savings over that exact same year. Jake never bought luxury items, never went on vacation, and never made a single purchase that felt irresponsible or outside his normal habits. 12 months later, Jake owed $14,000 across 7 BNPL accounts and could not explain how any single debt had accumulated so quickly. Buy Now Pay Later is the fastest growing debt product in America, with $157 billion in new BNPL loans issued in 2025 alone, according to the Federal Reserve. 29% of BNPL users now finance groceries with these loans, not electronics or vacations, up from just 14% 1 year ago. Let's run the real math on how Jake accumulated $14,000 in BNPL debt buying everyday items and what it costs him every single month now. Jake earns $58,000 per year, takes home $3,800 per month, and genuinely believed BNPL was helping him manage his budget more smoothly. His first BNPL purchase was a $480 laptop. 4 payments of $120 every 2 weeks felt far more manageable than paying $480 all at once. His second BNPL purchase was $220 in groceries during a tight week. Splitting it into 4 payments of $55 seemed like the obvious solution. His third BNPL purchase was $340 in car repairs. 4 payments of $85 felt reasonable compared to putting the full amount on a credit card. By month 3, Jake had 4 active BNPL schedules running at once, each individually manageable but together consuming his entire paycheck. This is called BNPL, stacking multiple loans running simultaneously that each feel affordable alone, but together create an invisible debt trap. By month 6, Jake's total biweekly BNPL obligations reached $847, an amount he never budgeted for and could not see on any single statement. When Jake missed one payment, a $7 late fee applied immediately, and some providers charged interest retroactively on his entire original balance. The retroactive interest clause is buried in most BNPL agreements. Miss one payment and the 0% promotional rate disappears on the full balance. After missing 2 payments, Jake's effective interest rate jumped to 28% APR on the balances that lost their 0% promotional rate permanently. At 28% APR on $2,400, Jake pays $56 per month in interest alone, meaning his minimum payment barely reduces the actual principal at all. By month 9, Jake stopped tracking which app billed him for what, because the volume of payment notifications had become completely overwhelming. During those same 9 months, Sarah made 0 BNPL purchases, paid everything with her debit card, and watched her savings account grow to $6,000. The math difference between Jake and Sarah is not income. Jake actually earns $4,000 more per year than Sarah at their current salaries. Sarah's debit card creates a hard spending limit. When money is gone, it is gone, and no purchase can proceed past that real boundary at all. Jake's BNPL apps removed that hard limit entirely. Every purchase felt affordable because the full cost was hidden behind small installment amounts. Behavioral economists call this payment decoupling. Separating purchase from payment reduces the psychological pain of spending a lot. When Jake bought $220 in groceries via BNPL, he felt like he was spending $55, not $220, and his brain registered the purchase that way entirely. Research shows consumers spend 18% more on average when using installment payments compared to paying the full amount up front with cash or debit card. That 18% increase explains much of Jake's debt. He was not buying more things. He was spending more on each individual thing without realizing it. At 12 months, Jake added every BNPL balance across all 7 accounts. The total was $14,200, and he stared at that number for a long time. His minimum monthly payments across all 7 accounts totaled $680. money now permanently committed to debt service and unavailable for any savings. Sarah, at the same 12-month mark, had zero debt obligations, $8,000 in savings, and her full monthly income available to direct wherever she chose. Now let's talk about the hidden costs most BNPL users never calculate, because they focus only on the individual payment amount and nothing more. The first hidden cost is opportunity cost. Every dollar going to BNPL payments is a dollar not going into savings or investments. Jake's $680 monthly payment obligation invested instead at 10% annual return would produce approximately $8,500 over 12 months with compounding. The second hidden cost is the credit score impact. Multiple BNPL accounts can affect credit utilization and hard inquiry counts in damaging ways. The third hidden cost is the behavioral tax. Once installment thinking becomes normal, every future purchase gets evaluated that way. Jake now asks, "Can I afford the monthly payment?" instead of "Can I afford this?" which are completely different financial questions entirely. A $1,200 couch at $50 per month feels affordable to Jake, even if his actual financial position makes any new debt completely irrational right now. Sarah evaluates every purchase by asking, "Does this fit my current account balance?" meaning she only spends money she actually already possesses. Here is the total cost comparison between Jake and Sarah after 12 months of identical income levels and similar everyday spending categories. Jake spent $14,200 in BNPL debt, $680 per month in minimum payments, and $1,200 in late fees and retroactive interest over 12 months. Sarah spent $0 in debt, accumulated $8,000 in savings, and has $680 more per month in available cash flow than Jake does right now going forward. The total financial gap between them after just 12 months is approximately $22,000 when you combine Jake's debt with Sarah's savings position. From everyday purchases, groceries, a laptop, car repairs, no single item would have raised a red flag in any normal budgeting conversation. Now let's be genuinely fair to BNPL, because there is one specific situation where it makes complete financial sense, and that situation is real. If you face a genuine emergency and the BNPL product carries a true 0% rate with no retroactive interest clause, it can genuinely help. The keywords are true 0% and no retroactive interest clause. Both conditions must be verified in the actual agreement before any purchase. Most BNPL products do not meet both conditions, and the ones that do require a credit check and have very strict payment requirements. For purchases you can afford, the only advantage of BNPL is cash flow timing, and timing is not worth $14,000 in accumulated debt. Here is the 4-step framework for evaluating any BNPL offer before you tap accept on a purchase you are considering making right now. If your existing BNPL obligations already exceed 10% of monthly take-home pay, no new BNPL purchase is financially justified right now. Step 2. Read the retroactive interest clause and confirm whether missing one single payment eliminates your entire promotional rate. Step 3. Calculate the full price divided by your savings rate and determine how many months it would take to save for it instead. Step 4. Ask whether the purchase is genuinely necessary or whether installment pricing is making an unnecessary purchase feel affordable. Jake running his purchases through this framework would have prevented approximately $11,000 of his $14,200 in BNPL debt from forming. The BNPL industry generated $157 billion in 2025 because the product is useful for a few situations and psychologically irresistible. The 0% interest marketing creates the impression of a free product, and a free product that cuts costs sounds like financial intelligence. It is not free when retroactive interest activates, not free when late fees accumulate, not free when it replaces your savings discipline. Jake is not a cautionary tale about irresponsibility. He is about a product designed to make spending feel smaller than it actually is. Sarah is not about deprivation. She maintained one hard rule that prevented an invisible debt from accumulating over 12 months. The next time a checkout screen offers to split your purchase into 4 easy payments, ask yourself one question before tapping accept. What would my total BNPL payment obligations be next month if I accept this? And is that total a number I have actually budgeted for? Because the individual payment always feels affordable, that is exactly how this product was designed to feel at the moment you decide. And that feeling, multiplied across 7 accounts over 12 months, is exactly how Jake arrived at $14,000 without seeing it coming.